I'm just back for another Friday video. I'm gonna confess, I sometimes feel like not even doing them anymore. I don't feel creative or inspired sometimes anymore, and it's because of certain experiences and events going on for me sometimes. However, I've stayed committed and I haven't stopped. So I'm gonna keep cracking on, keep going with it even when I want to give up and want to quit, because frankly I feel like no one even really watches it. So why am I even doing it? For me, I like to stick to what I say I'm going to do, and so I don't have anyone to prove it to, but I just like to prove it to myself. So in saying that, regardless of whatever's going on for me, which isn't fun, or which is really another blow and a disappointment, let's forget about that. What I'm going to talk about though is, it's kind of a how-to, so how to tell the difference between fear and intuition. Now if you're like me, where your head just overthinks and analyzes everything, and you go back and forth between decision making, then sometimes you can question, is that my intuition talking? Is that my gut feeling? Or is that because I'm freaking out feeling? So pretty much, so I'm going to look at my stuff I've written down so I make a little bit of sense. So the definition of intuition, which is what I researched, is intuition is the ability to understand something instinctively without the need for conscious reasoning. So fear and intuition are easily confused, and that's because both are experienced as gut feelings. So I've been there many times. I've questioned, is this my gut intuition saying no or yes, or is it based on fear? So what I wrote down here is fear and intuition. So what I obviously it's all practice for myself too, and I'm going to continue the practice because I've questioned it myself many times. How do you know what's your intuition and what is the gut feeling based on fears? So I've researched a little bit anyway, and it's come up with those. So fear is highly emotionally charged, so an anxious, heavy feeling. So you're anxious, it's a yucky, heavier emotional based feeling. So it feels restrictive or shrinking, so it makes you burrow down, or whatever you call it, why it makes me. Intuition though is a neutral, unemotional, and it's only about the present moment, and it feels expansive. So in other words, when you have a gut feeling, if it's based on fear, it's because you may be living, and you're anxious, you're living in the future. So it is more your gut saying things based on, oh my God, is this the right choice? What if that leads to not so good stuff? What if I waste the money? What if all the what ifs anyway. And whereas when it is coming from the right place, it is just present. It's like a knowing rather than you're thinking ahead of time or even in backwards. It's more right now, this feels right, got to go with that. Whereas when it's your gut feeling on something else, it may have been created by your thought. So it's your thought emotion. So that's just to try to discover the difference. And it might be a little bit different for everyone else. So think about it. If you're thinking, let's say you got a partner and you start to think, oh, they don't, they're angry at me, or they hate me, or then I'm not good enough for them, or practice it now. Think of something that's quite negative, and I guarantee you will create the yucky feeling. So it's your thought, emotion creating the feeling, right? Whereas intuition, it is present. It is right now, this is happening, I've got a good feeling about it, or something's vibes wrong. And you're not even thinking about the outcome later or anything. Does it make sense? So, in saying that, like everything, it's a practice. Oh, sorry. It's a practice. So, this is one thing I've put together like to say to practice. So you might not like really doing this, but make a list of everything you are afraid of. And after that, it will be easier to recognize when a gut feeling is referring to one of your fears, or if the gut feeling is in the present and it's just, there's no emotional attachment to it, it just feels good. So again, yes, like everything, it's a practice. You gotta practice it to figure it out. Could you be wrong? Yes, many times I've got it wrong, but this is where the practice comes in handy. So where I'm at now and why I want to discover what's my intuition and what's not is because I want to get out of my head and into my heart more and more, and I want to know that, all right, these are the best steps. If something's not adding up, if there's, cracks in things, then there's obviously something, warning bells going. I know I like to preach about positivity, but seriously, don't try to positive think over what you really already know. And the weirdest thing is, I've done that. I've rationalized or overthought things to turn it into a positive because you're only meant to think positive, right? Well, no, I beg to differ. You actually need to realize what is reality right now and where you want it changed, and to actually learn to go with that gut intuition. It's just now discovering which is fear-based gut feeling and which is intuition that you should always go for. That's all from me. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic of fear and intuition, and if you've got any advice or anything you want to give ahead, please comment below. Love to hear from you. Bye bye.